Hello and welcome back to Man vs Film. It is time for another top 10 of movies that you can watch this September, and I have got some great films picked out for you this month. As always, this is just a fun list. They're not in order of which is the best movie, just ones that I want to recommend for you to check out. I hope you enjoy them. Let's get started. Number 10, Remo Williams. A New York cop who wakes up from a mysterious accident with a new identity. He finds himself in the employ of a secret unit which was set up to investigate a dangerous industrialist whose organisation has secured several government armaments contracts, including a top secret strategic defence system. Oh boy, Remo Williams is a slice of 80s action nostalgia. I love this movie. Fred Ward as Remo, and it's basically a typical story of the times. You have this guy who's kind of slobbish but has some skills, who is trained up by this Asian martial arts master, and it's just incredibly fun. It's the interplay between these two characters that make the movie as enjoyable as it is, and watch them kind of bounce off each other is just incredibly fun. It has some good action, special effects and some decent fight scenes, particularly the one on the Statue of Liberty, that I think is really fun. And this is just a movie that's really enjoyable, a product of its time, but if you like that kind of thing, you're going to love Remo. Number 9, Dark Sense. Simon, a young man with exceptional powers, with the aid of a private investigator, Simon tracks down a serial killer, battling not only his own demons, but a government agency that has decided that he is too dangerous to be allowed to roam free. I really like Dark Sense. It's a low-budget serial killer procedural of sorts, but they try and cram a little too much into it, and the budget doesn't really allow for it most of the time. But it's got some wonderful surprises, some really nice character work, some really nice photography, and overall I want to recommend this because A, it was shot in Scotland, and B, I think it's genuinely a pretty decent movie. Number 8, The Beastmaster. Dar, the son of a king, is hunted by a priest after his birth, so he is sent to grow up in another family. When he becomes a grown man, his new father is murdered by savages. He discovers that he has the ability to communicate with the animals, and after that, Dar begins his quest for revenge in this Conan-like movie. Mark Singer stars as the Beastmaster in this wonderful movie. I caught this early on in the 80s and I just loved it ever since. He has the ability to psychically connect with various animals throughout the movie, and the animals all seem to have their own personality, especially the two ferrets that spend a lot of time with him as well. It's sword and sandals, it's epic in its scope, it's got some truly horrific, nightmarish elements within the movie itself, and it's just such a wonderful oddity that very few people talk about. Time to get on this one. Number 7, Stay Tuned. Salesman Roy Nabel spends all his free time watching television, to the exasperation of his wife. One day, TV salesman Spike convinces Roy to buy a satellite dish offering 666 channels. The new addition to Roy's home sucks him and his wife into Hell Vision, a realm run by Spike, who is an emissary of Satan. For 24 hours, the couple must survive devilish parodies of TV programmes if they ever want to return to reality again. Stay Tuned is not a great movie. I wish it was, but it's one that I kinda like. I like it for John Ritter's performance. I like it for the idea behind it, the way it kind of takes these TV programmes and tears the tropes out of them, putting them together in this nightmarish scenario. It's a kind of movie that's aimed towards a younger audience of sorts, and I just think it's kind of enjoyable, especially for a TV hooked person like myself. Number 6, Safe. For the ageing mixed martial artist fighter and former police officer Luke Wright, life is pointless, as his brazen refusal to throw a match brings him on a collision course with the feared Russian mafia. A chance encounter with Mai, an 11-year-old Chinese math genius who's on the run from the triads, will give this weary ex-cop
a new lease of life. Now a long string of numerical code, the key to a massive 30 million payout, memorised by the girl, makes Mai an obvious target from everybody and anybody.
It's a Statham movie. I love Statham movies. This one lets him do what he does best, kick a hell of a lot of ass, and he does it in fantastic style. And it's so much enjoyable that I am willing to forgive some of the things that it does, like flashbacks within flashbacks, which I just don't care about. The addition of May, this little girl, as a counterpoint to this killing machine, makes all the kills that he does kind of justified, and he does kill a lot of people in this movie. Terrific action, a really short punchy run time, and just quick entertainment. So we're halfway through the list. I just wanted to pop in and say thanks for checking out this. If you like this video, hit the like button, maybe subscribe, or if you're feeling super supportive, I have just rejigged all my Patreon where you can go on there and support me for $1, pound or euro. Just as little as that would make a great difference to this channel. Let's continue. Number 5, April Fool's Day. A group of 8 college friends gathered together at an island mansion belonging to heiress Muffy St. John to celebrate their final year of school. They soon discover that each has a hidden secret from their past which is revealed, and soon after they turn up dead. The hostess Muffy is the only one who apparently knows what's going on. But then again, is it her that's really doing all the killing? April Fool's Day is one of my favourite slashers, which is a strange thing to say because it's rather blood-free. You don't see a lot of it within the movie, which is probably why it was so prevalent on TV all the time when I was younger. I think there's a great cast, there's a sense of oddity to this, a little bit of satirical nature as it pokes a little bit of fun at slashers and has one hell of a fantastic ending. If you want to get into horror and slasher movies but you don't really keen on the blood, this is the kind of movie that you will really like. Number 4, Inception. Cobb is a thief with a rare ability to enter other people's dreams and steal their secrets from their subconscious. His skill has made him a hot commodity in the world of corporate espionage, but has also cost him everything he loves. Cobbs gets a chance at redemption when he is offered a seemingly impossible task: plant an idea into someone's mind. If he succeeds, it will be the perfect crime, but a dangerous enemy anticipates Cobb's every move. With Nolan just releasing a new movie in the cinemas, and some of us, well, a little bit wary of going there, I wanted to revisit one of my favourite Nolan movies, Inception, and boy does this hold up. An amazing cast, as well as Leonardo DiCaprio, Marianne Cotillard, we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, and a hell of a lot more as well, and it's just wonderful. The special effects are amazing and the story is really intricate and involving, and the varied action set pieces are just jaw-droppingly good. Number 3, Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Having spent most of her life exploring the jungle with her parents, nothing could prepare Dora for her most dangerous adventure ever: high school. Always the explorer, Dora quickly finds herself leading Boots, Diego, a mysterious jungle inhabitant, and a ragtag group of teens on a live-action adventure to save her parents, solve the impossible mystery behind the lost Inca civilization. I did not expect Dora to be a good movie. I stuck it on to watch with the kids and I found myself watching it a couple of times with them. It's one of those movies that caters to both the kids and the adults with its humour and its tongue-in-cheek style of telling its story, while at its heart being a really kind of junior Indiana Jones movie, and I think it delivers in all those fronts. It even has a wacky animated segment in the middle part that makes perfect sense, where they turn into their animated counterparts, and it's kind of funny and wonderful at the same time. If you've got kids and you're looking for something that you didn't expect to be good, Dora's that kind of movie that just, way better than it should have been. Number 2, Rain Man. When card dealer Charlie Babbitt learns that his estranged father has died, he returns home to Cincinnati, where he discovers that he has an autistic brother named Raymond, and that his father's $3 million fortune is being left to the mental institution in which Raymond lives. Motivated by his father's money,
Charlie checks Raymond out of the facility in order to return him to Los Angeles. The brothers' cross-country trip ends up changing both their lives. Tom Cruise is Charlie, and we get Dustin Hoffman as Raymond, and we have a movie that is just absolutely wonderful. It's been a long while since I've seen Rain Man, and I was a little bit trepidatious that it was going to be as tropey as I remembered it, but it's wonderfully affecting. The relationship between Charlie and Raymond really blossoms and comes together through the movie, and that is the heart of it, which drives it forward. To see Charlie really change from being a materialistic person to one of sibling love is just a wonderful story, and I think even though it has those iconic moments like in the casino, it's just a heartwarming tale. It really is infectiously fun. Number 1, Vivarium. A young couple is thinking about buying their starter home, and to this end they visit a real estate agency where they are received by a strange sales agent who accompanies them to a new mysterious particular housing development to show them a single family home. There they get trapped in a surreal maze-like nightmare. Vivarium feels like it would comfortably live within the Twilight Zone. It has that kind of feeling about it. They're taking to this housing estate, they're abandoned, and there is no way out. There is no other people that they meet, and the only house they have access to is the one that they were there to see. And one day they receive a box out in the middle of the street. Inside the box is a baby, and a little note on it that says, "If you raise this child, you will be released." And it's just such a great allegory for young parents, for young homeowners being put into that situation, dealing with all this pressure that they never expected or possibly wanted. It's just fantastic. It's weird and mind-bending and twisting. When it gets to the reveal in the final third, it's really strange and off-kilter, and something that I really did quite like. And it's just a little oddball of a movie. Something that you don't really see getting made much these days, and it's going to be one that polarises people, but I think it's interesting enough to make it my number 1. So there we have it, 10 fantastic movies for you to check out this month. I hope you find at least something there that you really want to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movies anyway, and if there's anything I've missed off my list, of course let me know in that comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.